Hello, my beautiful mystic hearts, and welcome to today's love reading. It's very lovely to see you. Okay, so I was hearing that you have been patient, really, really patient, and also a little frustrated. Patient and a little frustrated is what I'm hearing. So it'd be interesting to tap in today's reading and just see what's going on with you and also with this person on your mind. So we'll do a check-in with you. We're going to hop straight into the tarot today. I'm being called just to go straight into that. Normally I do a little energy check with the little cards, but I'm just being told just to go straight into the tarot today. So that's what we'll do. And then we'll get into the person on your mind as well. So let's get into it. Let's see where this reading takes us. As I said, we'll just get straight into your energy, just this connection. I just want to see what's around you, how you're seeing this connection. So who is this person you've been dealing with? Just getting your energy into these cards. All right, I'm going to take that because that just wants to jump straight out. So that's the Magician card. So interesting. All right, we'll get a couple more just for your top row, just to see what your overall energy is at the moment and this connection that you're dealing with. What is this connection? All right, and we'll just get one more. All right, and then we've got, that's interesting. So that's an 7 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Okay. So currently you're clearly trying to manifest something through. So this is the Magician card. So you are clearly trying to, like I said, I'm just getting this real patient feeling, like you've been waiting for some time for this person to come through, this person on your mind. And you are really trying to manifest them in at the moment, clearly with that Magician card. So I get the feeling there's quite some distance between the two of you. There has been some distance for some time. I immediately am hearing just straight away something like 6 months or 12 months. Like it's been some time since you've heard from this person, but you really are very, just very patient. I'm also getting the sense that you've been using this time in separation to really be going inwardly and really doing a lot of self-work and a lot of self-hearing is what I'm hearing. A lot of self-healing is what I'm trying to say. And I feel that you've really come along a long way. I feel that you're looking back and really reminiscing. I'm just seeing 6 of Cups straight away, but that you're really looking back at your journey so far. And I think you're really quite amazed, to be honest, is what I'm hearing about the progress that you've made. Like you're actually looking back at the last few months and thinking, wow, like this is really incredible how far I've actually come in your healing journey. And that it really is a result of this person coming into your life that has led to this, this really amazing connection. I feel like it's a really painful connection that's happened between the two of you, but it's brought around so much healing as a result of this. So, yep, so really just trying to manifest in, trying to use anything, all of the tools available to you at the moment, I'm hearing, just to manifest this person through. I think that I just heard as well, I think you're probably listening to Hertz music, to frequency music as well, just trying to really manifest this in. I just heard as well, you might be listening to like Twin Flame or Love Energy music. A bit of a random thing to say, but I've just heard that you're really trying whatever you can do to manifest this person in. You've then got the 7 of Pentacles, but the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So that means that there's been real blockages here. So this was someone who you really wanted to lay roots down with. So the Seven of Pentacles is really about laying seeds, really waiting for manifestations to come in from laying those seeds, really seeing the fruits of your labor come through. And that's just hasn't happened at the moment. So there's been like a real blockage here with the two of you, which is why I'm thinking that it really has been some time since you've seen this person. I think this is really weighing very heavily on your mind as well. The separation between the two of you, I think, is really weighing very heavily on your mind. And I just think that you're, like I said before, I think I can see this. I'm seeing the Six of Cups energy, but I don't think that it's that you're necessarily mourning the loss of this person. I think that it's more an empowering energy. I think, like I said, that you've used this time to really reflect on what's going on around you, on your boundaries, on the things that you will and won't accept in relationships, real inner child work, inner child healing. I heard that you might actually be getting advice on this, like you might have actually just recently sought some professional advice on how to actually work through childhood trauma, is what I just heard. So you're really using this time, really as you should be, in separation, to really be focusing on those things that needed to be healing out, which is amazing. But there's been a real blockage with this person that you do acknowledge. I will also point out too, I'm just going to show you this card. So whenever I do see this card, I always see these two swans here. I don't know if you can see that. I always see them as swans. I'm not sure if that's what the author intended it to be, but those are my swans, right? Which means that that's very much a twin flame soulmate connection, right? Which I think is how you see this person. Is you definitely see this person as your soulmate. Soul contract, I just heard that, soul contract, really a twin flame connection between the two of you. And that, which would explain why there's been this separation between the two of you, and why you're using this time wisely and actually learning how to heal out your shadow, those burdens that we've been carrying with us since we were, very young, since we're 3-4 years old, carrying those burdens, that trauma, really healing it out. Like I said, I really always see those two swans together, but in the reverse means that there has been blockages between the two of you, right? That there's been distance, that there has not been an opportunity yet for you guys to actually come into union, is what I'm hearing. But you would really like to put down roots with this person. I think you were really hoping that this person was going to be able to offer you all of those things. I just heard able to offer you, that real long-lasting commitment, which just hasn't been able to come to pass yet. Which then leads us into the Eight of Cups that we can see here. And Eight of Cups is all about leaving behind those things which no longer serve us, which is exactly, as we've been saying, what you've been doing. So really working through that childhood trauma, not just childhood trauma too. I was just hearing also family, really working through family situations as well. I think that will really resonate with whoever's watching this, is around family. So family ties as well. Really been examining. I just heard issues with family, potentially a sister or a mother. I just heard a feminine energy as well. But just learning how to communicate better as well. So if you're an ineffective communicator, then it really just leads to a lot of blockages in relationships. It leads into some real issues with being able to form bonds and to actually form connections with people properly. And I think this has been something that you've been really working through. I think that you understand, your shadow and what no longer serves you. And I think you're starting to really break out of cycles here. Also with this person as well. So I think that there was a fair bit of conflict with this person that's on your mind when you guys were together, and you're just really learning how to walk away from that. Trying to find a better word, but there might have been some toxicity here, some sort of toxic traits. Also heard addictions as well. There could have been addictions also might have played into this as well with the two of you, but really just learning how to leave that behind, and very much also learning how to set up boundaries with this person as well, is what I just heard. Um, Also, fish. I'm just being drawn to that, to fish here as well. So fish actually might mean something to you. I'm sorry if I had koi fish. I don't know, it's pretty random, but koi fish might actually resonate with someone that's listening in. So, yeah, koi fish. Just straight away, I heard that. Uh, but yeah, but really just moving on to new beginnings. Like I said, I think you've been so patient with this person, though, really wanting them to come in, really thinking about it, because ultimately this is what you see this person as. Yeah, is this so this is the King of Pentacles, King of Earth, but King of Pentacles. So you could also be dealing with an Earth sign as well. So if this is the King of Earth, so this is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I did hear Virgo straight away, but it really could be any earth sign. The other thing as well is that this is just a very grounding energy. The King of, I keep saying the King of Earth. Probably is an earth sign you're dealing with, but the King of Pentacles. So it's really around serious commitment, this card. Like the King of Pentacles, it's a long time coming. Pentacles, like it's a long struggle through, is what I just heard, to actually get to the King of Pentacles. It takes a long time to work through the Pentacles. It's a very slow moving energy as well, the Pentacle energy. So just confirming again around just your patience here with this situation, just really waiting for this to ground, waiting for really this masculine to come in. I just straight away heard masculine, which means I will be speaking with the feminine, I would imagine here. So I would just remind you as well that I will be speaking about masculine and feminine energies, him and her. It's not a gendered reading, though. You could identify with either the masculine or the feminine within this connection. And if you are identifying either with a divine masculine or a divine feminine, then it will mean that you do feel that you're in a divine counterpart connection, twin flame connection, soulmate agreement, soulmate contract of some sort. But yes, I just think you've been really waiting a long time for this to ground. But like I said, it's the King of Earth, the King of Pentacles. It's a very slow moving energy, but it is, once it's grounded, it's amazing. It's beautiful. And I think that you understand the journey that's required in order to bring this in. This really beautiful grounded energy. I'm also hearing that you're hoping that your masculine is in this energy. All right, I'm getting very much a Knight of Wands energy is how this person presented to you, but you're really hoping that they're coming through into their King of Pentacles energy. Also heard that you could be stepping into a King of Pentacles energy as well. So you also could be stepping into quite an abundant path, which would make sense if you're, in Eight of Pentacles energy, moving on, letting go of things that no longer serve you, moving into much healthier ways of communicating, of looking after yourself, of healing yourself. If you're, going through that Eight of Cups journey, you could also be stepping into your King of Pentacles. So there could be a lot of abundance around you at the moment, or you're about to step into, you're like almost like on the precipice, about to step into a very abundant path. I just heard that as well. Potentially you might even have some money coming in. So you would have an understanding about this, if that is the case. I was also hearing you might be in earth energy yourself. You actually might be the earth sign here. But yeah, I just feel that there's just a lot of abundance coming your way, and you can feel it, which is really lovely. You also might be just about to start your own business. I heard that as well. But this is ultimately what you're hoping is left behind, right? So this is the Seven of Swords, but Seven of Swords in reverse. So Seven of Swords in the upright. It's a very avoidant energy. It's quite a sneaky energy. It's especially in relationships as well. It means that there have been things kept in the dark, that there were just, probably some untruths told at some point, and you're just really wanting your masculine to just move out of that energy. Really just come out of it and really step into this King of Pentacles is really what you're hoping, and this is what you're really trying to manifest through all of your might. You're trying to manifest this through. But I just keep hearing that you're in just a very positive energy right now yourself. All right, just moving those up there. I just want to confirm these and just get a little bit more insight into this connection. All right, so that's the Temperance card. So we're really trying to manifest temperance, balance. That's really what you're wanting from this connection is balance. That real balance between the yin and the yang. It's also, that balance between the masculine and the feminine as well, which would make sense because it's also what you're trying to manifest in, right? Is your, almost like a union. I'm seeing union, my union card. It's what you're trying to manifest in here with this person. But really just a balance between the two of you. Also, you are stepping into balance. I've just heard that as well. So you're really learning how to balance your internal yin and yang. Learning when to be tough and then also when to be soft as well, is what I just heard, which is something you haven't had a lot in your life before. I feel that you're a pretty feisty energy is what I just heard. So I don't know if you have had a lot of balance in your life. And I think that this is the first time that you have been able to really feel that, to understand what that means as well. Archangel Michael is also very prevalent with the Temperance sign as well, real in that energy as well. So you could be quite close to Archangel Michael or just really feel him around you at the moment. Yeah, really beautiful energy. But like I said, I think you're just trying to really manifest this in. Also a connection with you and your masculine. There is balance between the two of you as well. All right, so blockages here with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And I was wondering if this card was going to come up. So we've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So this is another card of balance again. So trying to juggle, work-life balance. You've got two cards of balance, one after the other here. So clearly there was a lack between the two of you. A lack of prioritizing you. I had just heard that as well. So I think probably work always came first with this person, or friends, work, friends, family always came before you and this person. Like they could never make you feel like a priority. Also heard kids as well. I feel like kids played a very had a very prominent thing. It's also just heard stepchildren as well. I just think there were a lot of family commitments and you were just really made to feel, that you just weren't a priority in this person's life, which is ultimately what led to your separation. I think you really just Eight of Cups it and said, you know what, I've really just had enough. I'm walking away. I've got to walk away from this. This is no longer serving me. All right, so Eight of Cups in the reverse. That's too many. Eight of Cups in reverse. All right, and then we've got the Hanged Man, but we've got the Hanged Man in reverse. So interesting that that would come up under Eight of Cups. So obviously Eight of Cups is all about, leaving things behind which no longer serve you. But then you've got the Hanged Man. So Hanged Man is all around reflection. It's about really trying to understand what you want in relationships, what you are willing to accept and not accept anymore. It really comes into reflecting on yourself as well, trying to just understand which steps to take next, in your life. What is that next step going to be? It's a real reflection card. And then to have that in the reverse then means that you have been doing your reflection. You understand which direction to go now. You understand your boundaries. You understand that you are no longer going to take crap anymore, for want of a better word. That you understand your power and you are stepping into that, which is really beautiful, and getting this balance to yourself that you just have not had before. And like I said, if it wasn't for this person, then none of this would have been possible. And I think that you know that as well. You very much know that none of this could have happened if it wasn't for this person coming into your life, which is why I'm really seeing this as an abundance with you financially. I think you are really about to come into some money. I think that you've got some things on the horizon which are about to come into fruition. Like I said, you would know about this though. Like I said, I just keep hearing this self-employed energy. I think you're about to step into a brand new financial cycle. Very interesting energy. Oh, way too many. But let's just get this King of Pentacles. Oh, wow. You cannot make this stuff up. So there we go. That's your Destiny card. That's the Star card. So that's exactly what I was picking up on. So you are stepping into a brand new abundance cycle here. Also mission work. So this must be to do with your mission work as well. So you are probably a healer of some kind yourself, a reader, some sort of a spiritual healer. You've been called into your mission work, and that's what you're about to step into. It's your destiny. I also think that you see this person as your destiny as well, right? So you do see this. So you've got a couple of things coming through, right? So I think that you're stepping into a really abundant path, but also your masculine you also see as your destiny as well, which comes back to wanting to be manifesting this masculine back in again. Really beautiful energy. We will tap into the masculine. I actually do want to tap into him. I want to see what's going on with him. I feel like I need to get some animal cards, so I just want to see how this masculine is seeing you and this connection. But back to destiny, back to the Destiny card. I just think that you're on such an abundant path right now. It's really beautiful energy that you're in at the moment. I get the sense that this was not easy, and of course it's not. Like when we're called to step onto that healing path, it is not easy. It's really, really tricky. There's a lot of issues that you have to face that you've been avoiding your whole life, which pop up. And like you have to go into introspection. It is a really tricky path, and it's so up and down. It's a roller coaster of emotions as you go ripping through one layer to the next. It's a lot, but look at all of this amazing energy that's happening as a result of it. All right, so we've got Seven of Swords in the reverse, and then we've got the Sun. So Sun is the Yes card. It's also one of my divine masculine cards as well. It's a very masculine energy, is the Sun card, but it's also light, love, joy. It's a really beautiful card. So this is really what you're hoping your masculine is. He's coming out of that Seven of Swords energy and really coming into this Sun energy, really finding himself, finding happiness, finding joy. That ultimately that happiness and joy will lead back to you, is what I just heard, which is what you're manifesting in. I also heard as well, you're also doing quite a lot of manifesting around your abundant path as well. So I just heard that. So it's not just this person you're trying to manifest in. I think you're just doing a lot of manifestation work around your abundant path. So that should also resonate with you as well. But the fruits of your labor are starting to come in. I'm seeing that, that Eight of Pentacles energy. Yeah, the fruits of your labor are really starting to come through. All right, so I want to get that break down into your masculine. All right, so I just want to actually get an animal card, a couple of animal cards here, because I want to see this masculine and I want to see how he's seeing this situation. So bear with me here. I'm just going to get your... this is the Beast of Albion deck. I have used this a couple of times already on this channel. It's just a lovely deck. So let's get this. I just want to get a couple of cards of your masculine. So what energy is your masculine in at the moment? I want to see your masculine. What energy is he in at the moment? I'll just ring it out actually. There we go. All right, so at the moment, so your masculine, I'll pull a couple more. This is the first one that came out. So this is the pig card. So this is going to be interesting. So 32 could be an important number for you. Second of the third of the second. Let's have a look. So this is the pig card, number 32. All right, so this is, the pig represents the ability to sustain and support others. It also means the need for recognition and status and the strength to renew energy reserves. The pig may appear placid and self-indulgent, but it has the potential for willfulness but it also has the potential for willfulness and aggression. So this is your masculine's energy at the moment. So you would absolutely know this about your masculine. So, and this is probably what ultimately led to the two of you separating, as well as his tendencies to do this. So, willfulness, part of his shadow. So I think this is probably old energy as well, because there has been some time since you guys have been together. So I don't think that this is current energy. I don't feel that this is current energy, because I really get the sense that your masculine has been working on himself as well. But he does have a tendency to be willful and aggressive potentially. If pushed too far, I just heard if he's pushed into a corner, he can be really quite aggressive. And also around recognition. So he could be quite a materialistic person as well. This is all part of his shadow that he's trying to heal out, though, is what I'm hearing. So he's really trying to heal out these things about himself. As a positive though, he is able to support others, so he is I've heard he can be a really supportive person. Your masculine can be a really supportive person, but when pushed into a corner, he can be really quite aggressive. Also jealous. I just heard jealous as well. Be a little sneaky. Once again, though, these are all attributes that are part of his shadow, though, which he's trying to heal out. I really get that feeling that he's trying to heal this out, though. He understands this about himself. All right, let's get another couple more. All right, I will actually take all of these. So let's see. So this is this one here. So we've got the squirrel. All right, so number 2. So the number 2 could be really important to you. February could be a really important month as well. So the squirrel represents the ability to balance the mundane demands of life and higher intellectual and spiritual needs, although the spiritual side may be hidden beneath a seemingly shallow exterior. It can represent easy and free communication, although may be a tendency towards gossip and mischievous interference. The squirrel's apparent carefree enjoyment of life does not prevent it from making prudent and practical preparations for the future. So this is really going to confirming this as well. So this is this old energy that he's trying to move out of. I think he was. So we're going back to that sneaky behavior that I was picking up with under that pig energy. Also quite impulsive. A real Knight of once again I'm getting that Knight of Wands card. So quite an impulsive energy. Someone who really acts before they think. Can really not putting a lot of thought into action is what I'm hearing. But this part of his shadow, this is really what he's trying to heal out. Is this masculine? So I just get this real sense that I think he's at a crossroads too. I'm actually gonna get the Broken Mirror deck as well. I want to see really what's happening in his life. But this is his current energy at the moment. Just that real squirrel energy. Like I said, I just think that this is something that he's trying to heal out. I don't think that he's particularly proud of these traits, is what I'm hearing. But just quite an impulsive energy. I think this is also how you see this masculine as well. This is definitely how this masculine was when he was with you. Like I said, which I think is what led to ultimately. Oh, I just put those cards back. It was these 2 here. So what have we got? So these are the other 2. So we've got Raven and Dolphin. So that's very interesting. All right. So Raven to the number 6 could also be an important number. So let's deal with that. So June could also be an important month. So the Raven's come up on a couple of times when I've used this deck. So the Raven represents a sharp, quick intelligence and the ability to anticipate or predict events. It can simplify the ability to turn any situation to personal advantage. This comes down to that sneakiness that I was hearing, sometimes without regard for the consequences of others. This is what I was hearing. So between the squirrel and the Raven, it may also suggest a tendency towards dangerous pursuits of various kinds. The Raven has an appetite for the acquisition of knowledge and knows how to use the knowledge to its best advantage. So once again, we're just getting that real sneaky energy with that Raven energy. Raven and squirrel. I just think that this masculine is really reflecting at the moment. I think that all of these tendencies have been very much highlighted to him at the moment as well. Like I said, we will break it down. I'm going to get the Broken Mirror deck. I want to see what's actually happening with this masculine in his life, just to really draw out this energy. But yeah, I just think that there are certain things happening in his life which is highlighting this. This is really bringing it to the forefront, which means he's probably going through some tower moments at this, as you're watching this reading. He's probably got some messiness going on, I'm not going to lie, in his life. But I think this is what's being really highlighted to him, is around, I just heard his ability to this might sound quite a bit harsh, but his ability to lie to people and to do it with a straight face. Gosh, that sounds so harsh me saying that, but I just heard it, so I'm going to say it. The ability to look you in the eye. I think that that's something that came up between the two of you. Yeah, I think that there were untruths here between the two of you. I think you know this as well. You know this about your masculine. You know that there were things kept in the dark. All right. We did get one nice card though. This was the other one, the dolphin. So I've been quite harsh with this masculine here, but I'm just saying it how I'm seeing it. So, and what I'm hearing. So number 27. So the dolphin represents emotional sensitivity. I think this is what this masculine is moving into. This is actually a really beautiful card. So although this may manifest in wearing the heart on the sleeve, it can also symbolize the ability to listen and to act on inner feelings, and it may signify the importance of interactions with others and the self-fulfillment this can bring. The dolphin has a love of life and cares deeply about people, other animals, and the environment. This is what this masculine is trying to move into, is he's trying to move into this dolphin energy. It's a real cups energy, so you could be dealing with it with a water sign as well. So Pisces, I heard straight away, but it also could be Scorpio as well, Cancer. But yeah, I think that this masculine is trying to step into healthier ways of doing things. He's trying to learn emotional intelligence, is what I just heard. I think that he's very aware of his sneaky traits, of telling fibs. Fibs is probably a nicer word than lie. But fibs, if telling fibs. I've just heard this as well, though, that if he does have a tendency to fib, then it is a coping mechanism. It's part of his avoidant veil. And as part of his shadow that he needs to heal out, which is why we've got the dolphin here. So he is trying to heal this and move on, and find better ways of communication. But if he does fib about things, if he is sneaky, it is all part of that shadow that he needs to heal out. It's a coping mechanism that will have started from back when he was a child. You know, he will have been told that his feelings aren't valid, that he needs to be quiet, that he needs to squash his feelings, that if he's honest about himself, about his emotions, then it's wrong. He probably got in trouble for it as well. So he's just learnt to hide everything, to be sneaky, to not be honest about things. And unfortunately, that then just carries through into adulthood, you know, and if it's never dealt with, then he will just continue to burn all of those around him with that behavior, which is really what I'm getting the sense is that he's trying to heal this out. He's really trying to heal out that shadow, which is why we've got this, right? That dolphin card. You know, this is old energy that I think he still has these tendencies, but he's trying to move into this dolphin energy. He really is. All right, so still on the masculine. So I want to get these cards. I want to know what's going on with this masculine. I don't know what's happening in his life at the moment. That one just immediately wanted to come through. So we will take it. So we've got conflict resolution straight away. So confirming what I've been picking up on. But let's actually these properly. So what's happening in this masculine's life? What's going on? One more, please. One more. Okay. I'll probably get through another few more, but let's just deal with these first. So the next one that came out straight away was caught. So caught red-handed, secrets exposed, surprise shocked. I think this comes back down to the sneakiness that's going on with him at the moment. I think that this might be why he's reminiscing. on you. I think that, and reminiscing on his underhandedness, on his sneaky ways, on his ability to tell fibs. I think this is really what he's reflecting on, the conflict resolution. This is what he's trying to move out of. I think that he's been caught doing something. I might just get, why don't you just get just a couple of black cards for that? I want to know what this is about, this being caught. Because he's got conflict resolution here, right? So he's trying to make amends with this. Like I said, like he's so aware of all of this that's going on with him, on all of this baggage energy. You know, he's trying to really step into this dolphin energy, which is why we've got this conflict resolution here. But he has been caught with something. What's he been caught with? That's way too many. Sorry, I can't take all of those. We do have hands of cards there, golden mirror though coming up. But I just want to see, so hand of cards is all around shadow, not showing his true feelings. Just want to see here, what's he been caught with? Got heartbroken. So deeply hurt, sad, whatever it is really, it's affecting him very badly. Which is what's pushing him into all of this reflection about his shadow. I wonder if I'll be able to see what's happening. He's really upset about it. He's trying to ascend from it. There's something he's ascending from. I'll take one more. And dragonfly. Whatever this is that's going on in his life that he's been caught for, I think that you would have some understanding of this. Either you've had intuition about it, or you know what's going on in this masculine's life. Either you've heard down through from a friend or something, but he's been caught doing something sneaky. And this is leading to this, right? So we've got heartbreak. He's in a really bad spot with whatever he's done. He's really not happy at the moment. It's just really causing a lot of conflict in his life. Like I said, I just keep getting that Tower card. And then we've got dragonfly and ascending. So he's really trying to ascend from this. He's really trying to get over transcending obstacles, new phase. It also says preparing for union, but I do think that he wants to have a union with you. I think that is definitely on his mind. But then we've got the dragonfly as well. So we've got finding out, things coming to light. Something here he's been caught. He's been caught red-handed. Something about his sneaky behavior. I'm not sure if Spirit will actually tell me what it is. I'll see what these other cards come through, but he is in a really bad spot at the moment, which is why he's reflecting on everything. And he's trying to ascend out of it. But we've got the cards here. So, sorry, I just want to put this under here. All right, what else have we got here? So we've got, here we go. I'll show you these cards. But we've got Inferno. This is what I said. So this is a serious Tower moment is going on in his life. There's a lot going on there. I'm even a bit chaotic putting these cards together, which means like it's obviously energy I'm picking up on because I'm not normally this chaotic. For those of you who are returning to my channel, like I'm not normally this chaotic. So I'm just really feeling, it's just such heavy energy. I think that there's a lot of messiness going on in your masculine's life. There really is. Like he's been caught with something. He's really trying to get out of it at the moment. Chaos, job loss, everything crumbling, which is why he's really reflecting on you. And then we've got planning and then determined. So this is what I kept saying is that he wants to come through you. This is whatever is happening in his life, this Tower moment is pushing him to try to make this phone call to you. Very Six of Cups energy at the moment. So he's very much seeing this. this connection with the two of you. Because we've got planning, phone call, meeting up. You two also could have been married or talking about marriage as well. I have a feeling that there was some serious words of commitment said between the two of you before your masculine disappeared. But he's still holding on to this. I think that words were spoken here between the two of you. Before separation, I think that this really upset you as well. I'm just hearing that really caused you a lot of pain, that it was just like poof, like this masculine just disappeared. You guys were talking about this. You were talking about long-term commitment. You definitely had the understanding that this was going to go further, and then poof, it just disappeared. But it comes back to this masculine shadow, right? He is a bit sneaky, which is why maybe I was saying before, everything that is said in these readings, said for a reason. So maybe that's why I was here. He can look you in the eye and lie and then go. I think that maybe this is what this person did, is they ended up saying to you, yeah, like this is like there's serious commitment here. I can see that with you. And then poof, they were just gone. Like I said, I think that really has left you very brokenhearted as well. But there's a lot of messiness going on with this masculine at the moment. Real tower moments going on here. All right, I'm going to get another couple of cards here. Just going to move these out of the way. I'm just going to deal with these first just because I've seen them come up straight away. So we've got cold shoulder. So breakup, distance, separation. So this is what this masculine is going through with over and over. Real reminiscing energy. Like I said, he wants to come through to you. He is planning that text. Very much a Two of Wands energy. I just saw the Two of Wands card. Very much planning, trying to see that next step forwards through to you. But there's a lot of messiness going on here. But there's breakup, distance, separation. This is what keeps going through this masculine's mind, and you as well. I will say that you are stepping into such an abundant period that if this is what this masculine is going through, I think you really need to ask yourself as to whether this is the right time for you two to actually be in contact. I think that you really need to ask yourself that. But there's definitely been breakup and distance here. And then we've got egg on the face, so ashamed, backfired, got caught. So this is two cards of caught and then got caught, egg on the face. Something has definitely come up. And those other little black cards confirmed it as well, right? Like whatever this is, he's really unhappy about it. And it's all to do with this sneakiness, this sneaky behavior. This ability to take advantage of others as well. For the right collective, for the right people, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about here. You will really understand this. This will be really resonating with the right collective. All right, I'll take this one. Wow, look, guilt, remorseful, ashamed. He's in deep regret. Five of Cups energy, deep regret at the moment. Whatever is going on in this masculine's world, it's really heavy. I just heard the message though that this is all, it's a karmic cycle that's been closed out. I just heard that it's actually a karmic cycle. Things are starting to come full circle in his life. I just heard that. It's a world card. It's things are coming completely full circle. that karmic wheel is actually turning, is what I'm hearing. And he's just a lot of remorse. He's feeling ashamed as a result of it. Whatever this tower moment is, everything crumbling, there's a lot of remorse going on. And let's be honest, my beautiful collective, that if this is going on, then you're being very protected at the moment. You're being very protected. But yes, I think he is currently closing out karmic cycles, and it's all part of his shadow work that he has to do. The longer the masculine avoids healing out his shadow, which is what happens with avoidance, is that they will avoid healing out their shadow for as long as they possibly can. Their spirit teams, the universe will continue to put karmic relationships and karmic situations in their life until they finally surrender to the journey and actually start healing. Right? And I think this is what I'm feeling is happening in your masculine's life, is that he's really just avoided it for so long, and now things are starting to come full circle. That's what I just heard. Okay, let's get a couple more. All right, we've got stubbornness, bossy, selfish, inflexible. And then that's come straight under, the persistence of this, that marriage, the marriage card, really. And I think if this is what we're talking about, is this masculine was so stubborn with you, quite selfish. I think that, going back to what I said to start with, I think he really did look you in the eye and said, yep, this is going places, and just isn't. It just didn't. He just vanished, which is where the whole, that real selfish inflexibility card comes from. Also, as soon as I see stubborn as well, I think you might be dealing with potentially a Taurus. The air sign came up, earth sign came up before. Although you might be dealing with an air sign, potentially. I might have just said that for a reason, but earth sign. Well, as soon as I see stubborn, I always think of a bull, that real stubborn energy. So you could be dealing with a Taurus. Also an air sign, though. I just said that. So it could be an air sign, or you could be, or he's very much in his head at the moment. Very, very air sign energy. Very much in his head over things at the moment. All right, so we've got planning. So Two of Wands energy. So planning, text, call, meeting up. All right, I'm going to have to cover this card up a little bit, as I don't want to get in trouble. But of course, he's planning to come through with you, because he can't get you off his mind at the moment, clearly. He's thinking about that amazing connection that you guys have, which is very typical of, if you are in a twin flame dynamic, or a divine masculine feminine dynamic, then this desire between the two of you never disappears. You will always have desire for each other, and I think this is massive. This is what this masculine's going on. So he's thinking about this. I also saw real reminiscing. So he's probably got photos of you as well that he's looking at the moment. Old text messages as well. I think some pretty racy photos he's probably got of you. Some pretty racy photos which he's looking at. That will definitely resonate for some of you, for sure. But yeah, he's planning. He wants to come through. But like I said, he's been caught doing something. There is some real messiness here. There could be something illegal. I just heard that as well. It actually could be something illegal that he was caught with. Or it could be something that I just heard this message as well, that it could be something that his family disapproves of or the society would disapprove of. I just heard that, so that might resonate with some of you as well. Whatever it is, though, he's feeling a lot of guilt. There's a real Tower moment going through with him at the moment. I feel like I need to get the tarot for him as well. I just want to break this down a little bit more. I just want to get the tarot just to see what's happening with this masculine. See if we can get any more information. I'm going to get this tarot deck again. All right, what does your team want you to know? I'm going to get this tarot deck. All right, what does your team want you to know about this connection? All right, what does your team want you to know? Oh, that manifestation card's come out again. So this is what your team wants you to know, right? Is it? I feel like your manifestations with this connection are about to come to fruition. You can't make this stuff up. Look at this. That's the Eight of Cups again. So you're manifesting, through this connection, but you're leaving behind stuff that no longer serves you. I think that you're being reminded is that this masculine, I just heard that a lot of your manifestations are starting to come to pass, right? Not just about this connection, but just in general, that your manifestations are coming through. And you need to remember all of the journey that you've been on and this need to leave that behind which no longer serves you. That's the Justice card. So there is justice. Oh, that's so interesting that would come through for this. So that's, okay, I want to get a couple more. You need to just bear with me for one moment here. My apologies. I just had to go and deal with one of the birds, many birds that live around my house. It was just actually starting to destroy my house, so I just had to go and deal with that. But really important because they also could be a sign to you as well, just around this connection. So, because I just saw the Justice card as this was going out, so I'm going to just keep going along with this reading because I don't want this message to not get out. But there's justice as well here, which means that this is all around legal matters. All right, so I think that there is justice in this connection for the two of you, but we've also got around, as I said, the Justice card, which means there is legal issues with you and this person. I might end up having to do a part 1 and part 2 of this reading. Yeah, we might actually have to do part 1 and part 2. Depends if I can figure out the technology to actually join these two together. But yeah, I think it's definitely around legal matters. I think this is around legal matters. And then we've got, that's the beautiful Empress card. But then we've got Empress in reverse, which means that I think that this situation has led you to an Empress in reverse energy, as in I think that you have been feeling quite lost at times, like you're not listening to your intuition. I just heard that as well. Not listening to your intuition. yeah, this really just downtrodden feeling. You're just not feeling any Empress glow. Also, this is the your masculine as well, so I don't think he's feeling very glowy at the moment either. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles, but in reverse. Blockages. Yeah, real blockages with this. And I think that there will continue to be blockages until this masculine can sort out whatever is going on with his life at the moment. The universe really does want to grant you something here, but I just, yeah, it's tricky, really tricky at the moment with what's happening. Manifesting. And we've got that Hanged Man in reverse again. So yeah, so you understand, right, what you want out of life, what you want in this connection. You understand. You've done a lot of healing, a lot of self-work, a lot of inner child work. What's this card? So the Ten of Wands, you have been feeling quite burdened by this, which you're being told that you need to start to walk away from that does not serve you, to put down those burdens. All right, then we've got Justice, and then we've got Scout of Earth. So Scout of Earth is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow-moving energy, which means that this justice has been, I think that this justice, whatever is going on in this masculine's life, it's been some time coming. I think that you would have knowledge about this, that this justice, and also justice in this relationship as well. Like I said, I think this has been a long time coming. You've been so patient in this connection. I think you might have to be a little bit patient for a little bit longer yet. Yeah, because then we've got the Chariot, but the Chariot in reverse, and that's straight under the Empress in reverse as well. So the Chariot, there's real blockers here in this connection. You've really been wanting to put concerted effort in, really wanting to get to that finish line, but it's just really blocking at the moment. Like I said, it's this row here. Oh, but you're told strength. That's the Strength card. So then you're being told to use your strength through this. You really learned how to develop strength. Really been learning how to develop strength here. Like I said, there's some serious blockers here, but just keep being strong. You're stepping into such an abundant path at the moment. I think you just really need to remember this. Remember the Eight of Cups. All right. Oh, and just on the bottom here, I will say this. I'll show you this. This is the Lovers card. So this is your overruling energy between the two of you. So this is soul contract, soul connection. Right, I was wondering if it was going to come up, and there it is. I mean, we have had an Empress card, even though it's in the reverse. We also had the Sun energy, which is that masculine energy. And now we've got that Lovers card. So you definitely see each other as each other's divine counterparts. It's just that this masculine's got a lot that he's got to deal with at the moment. He's got a lot of messiness going on. All right, so what I'm going to do then is I just want to see what the next steps are going to be for you guys. What are the next steps? Get these little black cards again. All right, next steps for this. Next steps for this connection. Mirror, so mirroring each other, self-image. So this is just talking still around healing, reflection on a rude, introspection. So I think you guys are both still going to be on this healing journey for a little while yet. Especially, you've got to wait for this masculine to sort of messiness out. We've got hammer, so sabotage, rebuilding. So this is the card after, so this to me is after you have a tower moment, that rebuilding after a tower, which is what this masculine is going to be doing for the next little while. Got passion and then lightning. So passion is that insane chemistry between the two of you. This has come up again. So this is the second time, second deck, this has come out as that passion between the two of you, equally liking each other, right? So you both share this, you know, that insane connection. But then we've got lightning. So this is like that shocking news, shocking attack. This is him coming through to you with some sort of a confession of some sort. Sudden change, upheaval. It's some sort of a confession. I'm just going to see a couple more. I think that you do have a message coming through to you quite quickly. Oh, look. So then we've got the boat. Receiving what you need, regression, moving on, closure issues. So this is another card of moving on. This is also that Eight of Cups energy as well. And then heartbreak, your final card. Yeah, that heartbreak card's come up again. So deeply hurt, sad, separation, talking about that separation again, feeling loss, grieving. I think this is a real rebuild phase for this masculine at the moment. I mean, you're both mirroring each other at the moment. You may have something coming through to you and it will be like a bolt of lightning. But like I said, this masculine's just got a lot of messiness going on at the moment. If he does come through with a message, with a confession to you, my advice to you would just be, you know, sit back, take your time, analyze, and just, you know, remember that Eight of Cups energy and remember this journey that you've been on. And yeah, just take your time is all I'm hearing. Just take your time. All right, my beautiful collective. I will leave it there. That is the end of the reading. I thank you so much for being here. And if you've made it all the way through to the end, through me here, then I would ask that you like and subscribe to this channel. Not only does it help me, but it helps, you know, these messages actually get out to those that need to hear them. All right, thank you so much. I will see you in the next reading.